much have I warned you of that plan? This is how the globalists bring down other nations, Ukraine and other areas. This is what they do over and over again. And now they're activating the UN program, the Strong Cities Initiative, run by LORETTA LYNCH, saying we're going to come in with the UN in every major city and set up programs to monitor the police and reform them. So the police are being told, we're going to kill you, we're going to shoot you, we're going to activate the media to hype up mentally ill people, to go out and carry out basically a leftist communist destabilization program. And the answer is, we're going to bring in the UN and the feds to control you and run you, because it's your fault groups are out there shooting cops in the back of the head when they pump gas or change some old lady's tire or are out there at a demonstration. And in this climate, they then, of course, will now be able to target the Second Amendment and blame it. Obama's already doing that. Jesse Jackson's blaming Trump. This is an orchestrated, admitted plan by the globalists led by George Soros and his minion, Barack Obama, to destabilize this country. They mean to terrorize the public and local governments into capitulating to LORETTA LYNCH's Strong Cities UN initiative. And once the local departments have been globalized and federalized, then they can move forward with persecuting American citizens for their political beliefs. It's now in the Democratic Party's official platform to arrest climate change deniers and to go after people for their free speech. This is how America falls. We are witnessing it right now, going into the final months of Obama's administration.
They are throwing all these agendas at us right now. And all these agendas that we are seeing, they are all linked together. I recently uncovered, and it didn't take much, it was just going to a meeting, but I was able to prove that the U.S. government is carrying out the mega regions plan.
First of all, it's great to be in Long Beach, California, in the Southern California mega region.
So one of the things you want to look at with this particular mega region is that you're projected to almost a 62% growth rate by 2050. That's a lot more people.
Those are the prison cities that they're going to force all of us to live in. That proves the conspiracy of forcing people off rural land. But nobody seemed to care about that. They only care about the global police force that's going to police the streets of those mega cities. So you see how those two things go together? First, they got to force you into the city. Then they'll have their global police network to enforce whatever laws they decide to come up with. So I want to make the correlation that this is not just some single agenda going on. This is a multitude of agendas. This is your country if you are an American. But this map right here, this didn't exist. You were a conspiracy theorist if you brought up the mega regions plan, which is known as the America 2050 plan. But now, the Department of Transportation, they are now rolling out this exact plan. The problem they are creating is they are making these controlled city centers. They are bringing in potential terrorists. And then because they're bringing in the potential terrorists, well, they got to bring in a global police force for your safety. So remember, this agenda, this Strong Cities agenda, this is the police force that's going to be patrolling these cities. And the last thing that I will show you is this document right here from the U.S. Army. Mega cities and the U.S. Army, and it's about how in the future the U.S. Army will be patrolling these cities. These giant control grids will be under martial law, and they are going to use a technocracy, fusion centers, smart grids to keep track of everybody.
It's ironic that Vladimir Putin is the one that came out and said that global warming, climate change initiatives are a hoax. Again, Vladimir Putin couldn't be more accurate in his assessment. This whole idea of climate change regulation is all about reducing sovereignty of nations, forming world government, creating global taxation, and reducing individual and personal liberties. It's about an unelected group of people being put into power that will then decide who are the winners and losers.
took a freight train to be my friend. Oh Lord. We are 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America.